boss weapons. They're great, and I'll tell you what the top 5 best are. Number 5. MARIKA'S hammer. This is a very iconic weapon since it's literally the first weapon they ever showed in the game's first trailer in like 2019? Oh my god, that's so long ago. And it's also the weapon of the last boss. As a weapon, it's pretty good. I very much like the Ash of War since it makes you fly for a second. The flying is good because whenever there's an attack you can jump over, you can actually use this Ash of War to dodge it. The damage isn't crazy, but the coolness makes up for it. Otherwise, this is just a good hammer overall. Number 4. Hand of Malenia. This is a powerful katana with a lot of range. The Ash of War is something called Waterfowl Dance. I bet you never heard of that one before. I'm still very sad that the Ash of War doesn't get the same gap closing that Malenia gets. Since this weapon is a katana, then of course it has bleed as well, since everything's gotta have bleed. Anyways, I still wish this weapon was the actual Hand of Malenia, like a prosthetic, so I could bitch slap some annoying ass PvPers with it. Number 3. MORGOTT'S Cursed Sword. I very much like this weapon's Ash of War. Not only does it look really cool, it also does really good damage. It even inflicts bleed because everything's gotta have bleed now. Not to mention the whole thing looks very fucking cool when you do the whole Ash of War. And of course, it's the sword of the best boss in Elden Ring. Morgott. Not Margit. Fuck that guy. Fuck Margit. Honestly, just fuck that guy. Anyway, the weapon itself does good damage and looks very clean, which is something I very much appreciate. Number 2. Dragon King's CRAGBLADE. This weapon is one of the coolest weapons in the game, and it's also in the best weapon category, which is the heavy thrusting weapons. I like this weapon because the Ash of War makes you a fart cloud. You even do damage when you are the Mist of Stink, which is pretty cool. It also does really good damage, and it makes you feel like you're one of Putin's ballistic missiles when you actually land with it. Damage-wise, this weapon is pretty good. Sadly, it is split though. Honorable mention. The Grafted Dragon. This is not a very powerful weapon, but it's pretty good nonetheless. It's really on this list because I like the idea of this weapon, that being a dragon head that you slap people with. God damn, does it look cool when you shoot fire into the air from a decapitated dragon head that's literally mounted to your hand. God, how do I keep coming up with this shit? Number 1. Blasphemous Blade. Yay, what a surprise. This weapon is pretty busted. Not because the damage is busted with the regular attacks, but because the Ash of War does insane damage, heals you for a pretty nice amount, and has really good range. Not to mention that this weapon is visually very distinct, and it's kinda disgusting honestly. I wish there was a non-corrupted version of this weapon, because I think it would look very nice, since it's a fully golden sword. Yeah, anyways, that's the video. Goodbye.